Souls seemed to pulse a little faster today. Incheon International Airport, usually bustling as ever, suddenly became the center of global attention when BTS finally returned to South Korea together after completing the Taehyung film project. There was no grand stage, no surprise concert, no major announcement beforehand. Yet, as has so often happened, the world paused once again for a single reason: Kim Taehyung. A video showing Taehyung walking casually through the airport alongside the other BTS members spread rapidly across social media. In the brief clip, Taehyung appeared simple yet striking, wearing a red leather jacket that instantly became the subject of conversation. Not because its brand was revealed, not because of excessive styling, but because of the way he wore it: calm, effortless, and unmistakably Taehyung. Within minutes, keywords such as Taehyung Airport, red leather jacket, and BTS back in Korea dominated global search trends. Korean media moved quickly, while international fans flooded platforms like X, Instagram, and TikTok with video snippets, screenshots, and comments filled with admiration. Many referred to the moment as a natural continuation of what has recently come to be known as the Taehyung effect. Interestingly, this wave of excitement arrived not long after the world was still talking about Taehyung's viral moment in Lisbon, Portugal. At the time, a single simple photo taken at a small cafe was enough to turn one corner of the city into a global destination. Now, at a Korean airport, a similar scenario unfolded once again. Without excessive effort, without a manufactured superstar expression, Taehyung once more proved that true influence is often born from the simplest sincerity. In the airport video, Taehyung can be seen walking side by side with the other BTS members, occasionally bowing his head in greeting, offering small smiles toward the cameras, and adjusting his pace to match the group's rhythm. There are no dramatic gestures, no attempt to steal the spotlight, and yet, precisely because of that, the world's attention seems to gravitate toward him naturally. The red leather jacket becomes a striking contrast, bold in color, gentle in demeanor. Korean entertainment portals described Taehyung's appearance that day as accidentally iconic. Many journalists highlighted how a single, simple fashion choice in a public space could create a global impact. Within just a few hours, the red leather jacket Taehyung wore became a topic of discussion among fashion observers. Several analysts noted that this was not about trends, but about a personal aura that cannot be replicated. What drew the most attention, however, was not the jacket itself, but Taehyung's expression. His face looked relaxed, almost like someone returning home after a long journey. There was a genuine sense of warmth, especially when he glanced toward the other BTS members with small, sincere smiles. For many fans, the moment felt intimate, as if they were witnessing a glimpse of the real life of someone they deeply admire, rather than a figure separated by screens and grand stages. BTS's return to Korea after the Taehyung film project also carried its own emotional weight. The film has been described as a deeply meaningful project, one that brings together cultural identity and the members' personal journeys. As a result, this homecoming felt not only physical, but also emotional, a pause, a moment of reflection. Within that atmosphere, Taehyung's presence felt even more powerful, not as a deliberate center of attention, but as an emotional anchor. International media were quick to connect this airport moment with the earlier phenomenon in Portugal. Several articles noted that Taehyung now seems to be in a phase where every small step carries global resonance. Not because of promotional strategy, but because the public feels emotionally connected to him. From a small cafe in Lisbon to the arrival hall at Incheon, the common thread remains the same: honesty through simplicity. Fans in Korea welcomed BTS's return with warm enthusiasm rather than excessive commotion. Many said that simply seeing Taehyung walking casually through the airport was enough to make them feel close to him. Comments such as "he hasn't changed," "his aura is always calming," and "Taehyung always feels human" filled the comment sections across various news portals. Meanwhile, international fans experienced what they jokingly called emotional whiplash. Just days ago, the world's attention was fixed on Portugal because of a single photo of Taehyung. Now, the focus had shifted back to Korea because of one airport video. Many joked that Taehyung seems to carry the global spotlight with him wherever he goes, without ever trying to. Notably, Taehyung himself made no statement at all. There was no special post, no long caption, no clarification. This silence only strengthened the image of his sincerity. In an entertainment industry often filled with carefully controlled narratives, Taehyung's quiet felt like a statement in itself. He allowed the moment to speak on its own. Several Korean pop culture observers have suggested that Taehyung now represents a new form of global celebrity influence, one built not through aggressive exposure, but through consistent presence and an unforced attitude. The effect is tangible, from online conversations to mainstream media coverage. Even national television stations highlighted the airport video as an example of how a single, simple moment can unite global public attention. At the same time, BTS's togetherness also drew attention. After a period of individual activities and separate projects, seeing them back together in a public space provided a sense of stability for fans. Taehyung, walking within the group, was neither at the front nor lagging behind. The position felt symbolic. He shines, yet remains part of the whole. Today, Korea once again became the center of the global entertainment spotlight. But unlike usual, that attention did not come from a music stage or a major press conference. It came from an airport corridor, from the relaxed steps of Kim Taehyung in a red leather jacket, a calm smile, and a grounded presence. This phenomenon once again reminds the public that in the digital age, authenticity is the most valuable currency. Taehyung does not need to speak loudly to be heard. He does not need to appear excessive to be remembered. Simply by being himself, the world comes to him. For many people, this airport video is more than just news of BTS's return. It is a reminder of why Taehyung is so deeply loved, not only as a member of BTS, not only as a global icon, but as someone who brings warmth to a world that moves too fast. And today, at an airport in Korea, the world once again paused for a moment to watch him walk home. In closing, BTS's return to Korea this time feels like more than a routine travel schedule. Amid flashing cameras and the bustle of the airport, Kim Taehyung once again demonstrated that the greatest influence does not always come from grand actions or loud words. With a red leather jacket, unhurried steps, and a humble demeanor, he created a moment that felt human and warm, yet carried global impact. From a small cafe in Portugal to the corridors of Incheon Airport, the thread remains the same. Sincerity, simplicity, and an honest presence make Taehyung not just seen, but felt. This is what turns each of his appearances into more than entertainment news. It becomes a cultural moment that unites the world's attention. And as always, without trying any harder, Taehyung proves that his charm never fades. It simply continues to grow, naturally and irresistibly.